Folks, this drama isn't going to slow down at all. What started out as rumors on the street has now turned into a full-fledged dispute, and shockingly, Papoose is no longer playing Mr. Nice Guy. It seems like Pap has finally lost it after being silent for months as everyone speculated about Remy Ma's supposed affair with Easy the Block Captain. He's getting the last laugh, let's say. You read properly, yes. Remy genuinely thought she could let go of the past, live her best life, and go on. However, the man she was supposedly skulking around with actually played her like a total fool, so the tables have fully turned. From Shady's social media antics to his unexpected new connection with boxing star Claressa Shields, Papa is loving every second of it. The real question is if Remy is finally regretting everything because, based on the way she's been criticizing everyone left and right, it's clear that Pap is proving that revenge is best served cold. This isn't just a love triangle, it's a total mess, so if she seems to be struggling to keep it together, brace up. Everyone, let's get going. Hip-hop hasn't witnessed a messier, juicier, or more dramatic love triangle in years. We're discussing a relationship that previously seemed to be full of black love energy, indestructible and unshakable. Because they persevered and showed that love could last despite hardship, Remy Ma and Papoose were the hip-hop couple that everyone cheered for. The most difficult moments, but if only we had known what was happening behind the scenes. Because right now, their whole romance is unraveling in front of everyone. And Pap isn't just walking away silently, he's laughing. Since this disaster didn't start overnight, let's travel back in time. It all began when the battle rap community started to hear stories about Remy Ma and Easy the Block Captain. People didn't think much of it at first because Remy and Pap had been in prison for a long time. No one was buying into the business mythology around her abruptly risking everything for a younger battle rapper. He was no longer only in the battle rap scene, though, as things started to come together. He was now in Remy's sphere, going to her events, getting business possibilities, and abruptly becoming associated with her in ways that felt a bit too handy. People started to observe that he was constantly close by, getting a little more attention, and the Papoose was always in the first row backstage, clapping loudly and protecting her honor, as anybody who has followed Pap and Remy's relationship knows. Where was he now? He was the husband who made men seem awful by doing everything correctly. Then, without warning, battle rapper G Gotti took the stage and stunned everyone by saying, "You're out here running around with E while your husband held you down for 6 years." So when I tell you that the audience wasn't just a rumor any longer, Remy's face spoke for itself as the cameras rolled, and it was in the open. She made an effort to shrug it off, but everyone knew that the truth was starting to come out. Since Papoose's response was what made everyone gag, let's talk about him. Pap has always been the strong, reserved kind, never letting his emotions run wild. He didn't address the issue, post about it, or defend himself when this whole disaster started to spread like wildfire because actions speak louder than words. This exacerbated the situation because when a man who has been vocal about his love abruptly stops talking about it, he's done. Trust me, Papoose was done, but instead of getting sucked into the back and forth that most people anticipated, Pap did something unexpected. He didn't struggle to prove a point. He didn't strive to fix it instead of begging. While Remy was out there attempting to play city girl with ease, Pap was out there leveling up with the new champion. And when Papoose suddenly emerged with Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champion and the greatest woman in history, the internet went berserk. Now talk about a story twist. In actuality, Remy regrets everything due to her recent behavior. I have a feeling that this is just the beginning of this drama, so everyone should get some popcorn since it won't be ending anytime soon. Everyone can see it on social media as the sneak dies and the late-night posts run through it, but ultimately, karma always wins out, and Papoose is smiling as he sits back and watches everything happen with Claressa at his side. A single blow to the industry, and the internet went bananas. Oh, so Pap was out here leveling up, which explains why he was silent. At first, however, Remy was not having it. She acted cool by attending gatherings and rolling her eyes at the stories, But when she noticed Papoose being indifferent, that act suddenly broke down. The internet took notice when she began posting cryptic messages and throwing shade everywhere. Just when we thought the drama couldn't get much worse, Karma appeared and knocked on the door of the same young guy she reportedly betrayed Papa for. The block captain was involved in a huge mess with another woman behind Remy's back. You know what? He was too easy on her. The roles had suddenly been reversed, and it wasn't simply Papoose walking away without incident. Remy was out here looking stupid, and Papoose, oh, he was enjoying it. The man who had said nothing during all the turmoil. Papoose was out here enjoying his best life with undefeated boxing champion Claressa Shields, and the internet, well, they ate it up. She thought he would always be waiting in the wings. By sending cryptic messages and smooth comments, Remy attempted to hide her displeasure, but the truth was obvious. But a straightforward video of him laughing captured it all. Remy felt that laugh as the man was finished, dusted, and on his way. Remy attempted to pretend that she was still the blueprint in the interim by sharing old photos of herself and Papoose online, hoping that people would forget what had happened. However, the harm had already been done, baby. Papoose was simply winning, and for someone like Remy, that was the ultimate punch in the face. He wasn't resentful, wasn't out here revealing secrets or creating diss tracks. After years of keeping Remy down, unbeaten champion Papo was at last living a stress-free life. This is one that cannot be undone. Remy thought she was in control, but now that she's officially down, you're going to see a show if you think she'll take this loss well. Believe me, you won't want to miss what happens because the story is far from over. The streets weren't on her side this time, but she's out here attempting to reclaim her crown by making appearances, throwing subs, and demonstrating that she's still that chick. He leveled up after that, and Remy lost patience. She went live on Instagram one evening, and it was a complete failure. Remy started to rant about how people didn't know the real story, how she had sacrificed so much, how the internet was portraying things incorrectly, and how some people were acting innocent when they weren't. But the internet wasn't buying it. She appeared irate and paced back and forth. I own up to the rude, pointless remarks, you cheated. The entire existence devolved into a public breakdown, and recordings of it quickly circulated on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. She was being ridiculed by everyone, and even famous people started to comment. The majority supported Papoose, although some defended her, arguing that the public was being too critical. Even while Papoose remained composed, he did more than just respond to Remy's outburst. He posted a photo of himself grinning while clutching a championship belt, captioning it, "Loyalty is everything." While some people understood it, others didn't, and the internet went berserk. The message was clear and powerful, without any long explanation or direct criticism. Without even mentioning Remy's name, people were referring to Papoose's ultimate clapback as the best comeback ever. Remy was finished. Her standing had suffered greatly, and because they didn't want the debate to turn from her music to her personal drama, the club stopped booking her, and brands pulled away. The last straw was the rumor that Claressa Shields and Papoose were growing closer, even though it was clear that Papoose was winning and Remy was losing in silence. The two were reportedly spending a lot of time together and had. There is no denying their chemistry, but when Remy read the headlines, she lost it and launched into another tirade on social media. But this time, it was more than a breakdown. It was desperation. She started insulting Papoose and bringing up old grievances in ways she had never done before. The reason the public didn't like it was that Papoose held her down through everything and was trustworthy and faithful, never doing her any wrong. Fans are curious about what will happen next. Will Papo and Claressa emerge as hip-hop's next power couple? Will Remy attempt to mend her reputation? Or is there going to be another unexpected turn of events? But there's no denying that this drama is far from ended. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below if you want to be informed of every dirty, jaw-dropping moment. I assure you that this is only the beginning. We're questioning why Remy finds it so simple to move on from Claressa and Papa's separation following his recent outburst against their relationship. Will Papoose formally part ways with her, or will Remy attempt to mend her reputation? Clarissa, what about her? Will we see a new power couple emerge? Kindly leave your remarks in the space provided below. To ensure that you don't miss the next startling discovery, remember to hit the like button, subscribe for all the most recent updates, and enable notifications. Remy most likely didn't anticipate this and chose to wet Papoose while she was incarcerated after exposing her and outlining her stance. They appeared to be together when she came out. The captain has already packed up and sailed for the next woman in spite of all that drama. And Remy has been pretending to be strong in order to keep from appearing like a total wreck. Ease isn't even attempting to conceal the fact that he is no longer in love with her, though. Remy Ma and Papoose used to make a special effort to let everyone know that they were still together. Remy took a bold gamble by selecting a doppelganger of Papoose over the genuine one in 2023, though as people began to realize that something was off in their connection. Given that Remy didn't even mention Papoose on the show, this was a serious warning sign. They discussed how simple it was to bring their families together and maintain this beautiful, affectionate bond. Their daughter is beautiful. Nobody noticed the chaos boiling beneath the surface until Papoose wrote about family while Remy was completely Mia. This is what truly had people talking on Father's Day, even though there wasn't a single post or even a quick caption on Instagram or Twitter. As everyone knows, Papoose wasn't playing around when it was later discovered that Remy had cheated. Papoose could have easily barred Remy from a circle for cheating with the battle rapper, which just made the situation worse. It was clear from their body language that they were no longer in a relationship. If there's one thing about Papoose, it's that he values his honesty above all else. At first, people thought they were just fabricating drama to boost Remy's new Battle League endeavor with Easy. Let's be honest, was Remy merely attempting to save her reputation? She rejected the reports and even joined him for his 46th birthday celebration. Papoose isn't perfect, let's face it, but even a blind man could see that. If he didn't sell out for music, why would he use his own wife and marriage as a cheap gimmick to fake this drama? Battle rappers had a field day mocking Remy for what she did to Papoose, and the internet went bananas at their reunion. Remy attempted to explain herself by saying she had never cheated on Papoose or anyone else, but the block captain then came out and disclosed that he had been her partner for 2 years. The drama was actually being fostered by Ease, even claiming that Papoose knew about their relationship for months or even years before the rest of us realized something was amiss. As if that weren't enough, it was said that Papoose used a recording device to bug Remy's car during his altercation with Hitman Hola in order to verify the affair for himself. Papoose never spoke to him in public, but he would keep battle rapping and would always poke fun at him in his lines. In contrast, Ma was making every effort to paint Papoose as an unfaithful and even abusive husband, claiming that she was worn out and ready to call it quits. In order to expose Papa's friendship with the boxer, she even captured screenshots of his phone talks with Clarissa. But instead of focusing on what Papoose and Clarissa were doing, Remy decided to go since, let's be honest, they were still together, and Papoose didn't take long to. When a leaked audio tape including another battle rapper came to light, Ease saw a chance to capitalize on the tumultuous romantic relationship between Remy and Papoose. The hot moment when they were all exiting the club closet, followed by Jay and John to Dawn, was the height of the drama. Ease still had a fit though, because Papoose didn't even acknowledge the story when it broke. Move on from her and begin dating someone else. With E, the block captain, in the picture, Remy ought to have been keeping an eye on her back. Shots, but he started searching for alternative means of escape when he didn't receive the desired response. He even admitted that he would have been preparing severe revenge for fooling about with Remy if he had been Papa, since that is precisely what he would have done. In hip-hop and love, Easy the block captain was already plotting his course, and he made it plain that he was ready for anything. It would be advantageous for both Papoose and Remy Ma if they decided to resolve their differences amicably. Papoose has utterly ruled out any possibility of a reconciliation with Remy, and he and Clarissa are currently publicly pursuing their relationship. He has already moved on to the next woman in the meantime, and yes, Remy is upset about it since she is receiving all the limelight while he gets his bag, and the hip-hop community is going to turn against her. But let's be honest, if individuals really intend to be in a relationship for the long term, they don't talk like that. It appears that Remy only played herself, even though she believed she could play. She lost every man she had been pursuing in the battle rap scene because she wanted the competition, and they will ruin her reputation. There is no way out of this. Worst of all, she actually had the audacity to be angry about Clarissa and Papoose while she was. When Remy started to lose weight and act as though she was too good for Papoose, I sensed something was up. She's learning the hard way that she made the biggest mistake of her life because she needed attention and to feel liked. I was the first to move out, let's face it. Do you feel sorry for Remy, please? Or is she just getting what